I want you to open your bank account right now, not tomorrow, right now. Scroll through your last 30 days of transactions. I want you to look carefully at every single recurring charge, every monthly payment, every automatic withdrawal. Really look at them. Because I promise you, there is at least one charge on that list that you do not recognize. Maybe two, maybe five, maybe more. You will see a name you do not remember signing up for, an amount you forgot was being taken, a service you stopped using months ago but never actually canceled. And here is the part that should make you uncomfortable. That money has been leaving your account every single month, quietly, automatically, without asking your permission, without sending you a reminder, without giving you any reason to notice it at all. The average American is currently paying for 12 subscriptions every single month. But when you ask them how many subscriptions they have, they guess 4, sometimes 5, almost never more than 6. That gap, that difference between 12 and 4, that is not forgetfulness. That is not carelessness. That is a system that was specifically and deliberately engineered to make you forget you are paying. These companies spend millions of dollars every single year studying human psychology, studying exactly how long it takes for a person to forget about a charge, studying exactly what price point feels too small to bother canceling, studying exactly how to make their cancellation process so frustrating that you give up and keep paying. This is not an accident. This is a business model, and right now, it is working perfectly on most people watching this video. Today, I am going to show you exactly how the subscription trap works, how much it is actually costing you over your lifetime, and most importantly, the exact system to find every single hidden subscription, draining your account, and cancel the ones that are stealing your money right now. Let us get into it. Let me give you the actual numbers, because this is where it gets really painful. The average American spends $273 per month on subscriptions. That is $3,276 every single year. Over 10 years, that is $32,760. Over 30 years, that is $98,280. Almost $100,000 of your money gone. Not to investments, not to experiences, not to anything you consciously chose, to services you forgot you were paying for. And that $273 per month assumes you are paying average prices. But subscription prices have been quietly increasing every single year. Netflix raised its prices 3 times in the last 4 years. Spotify raised its prices. Amazon Prime raised its prices. Disney Plus raised its prices. Hulu raised its prices. Every single major subscription service has raised its prices in the last 2 years. But here is the genius evil of how they do it. They never raise prices dramatically all at once. They raise them by $1, by $2, by $3, small enough that you barely notice, small enough that it does not feel worth canceling over. But across 12 subscriptions, those small increases add up to an extra $20 to $40 per month. Without you ever making a conscious decision to spend more, you did not choose to increase your spending. They chose it for you. And they did it in amounts specifically calculated to stay below your cancellation threshold, below the amount that would make you actually do something about it. This is called price anchoring, and it is one of the most effective psychological tools ever used against consumers. You got used to paying $9.99, so $11.99 feels manageable. You got used to $11.99, so $13.99 feels okay. Each new price becomes the new normal before the next increase arrives, and the cycle continues indefinitely until you actually stop and look at the full picture. Now, let me explain exactly how these companies make you forget you are paying, because this is not happening by accident, and understanding the psychology behind it will make you genuinely angry. First, there is the free trial trap. Every major subscription service offers a free trial, 7 days, 14 days, 30 days. And they all require your credit card up front, not because they need it to give you the free trial, but because they know that the moment your card is on file, the psychological work is already done. Studies show that less than 10% of people who start a free trial actually cancel before it converts to a paid subscription. Not because they love the service, but because the trial end date is designed to be forgettable. They do not send you a loud reminder the day before your trial ends. They send a quiet email buried in your promotions folder at 3 a.m. that you will never see. By the time you notice the first charge, the trial is over, and you are already a paying customer. Second, there is the annual plan trap. Subscription companies aggressively push annual plans because they know that paying once a year makes you forget 11 times faster than paying monthly. When you pay monthly, you see the charge every single month. It stays visible. It stays in your awareness. But when you pay annually, you pay once and then completely forget about it for an entire year. By the time the renewal hits your account, you have forgotten what the service even does. But the charge goes through anyway because your card is already on file. Third, there is the cancellation maze. Have you ever tried to cancel a subscription and found the cancel button impossible to find? That is not a design accident. That is intentional friction. These companies hire teams of designers and psychologists specifically to make cancellation as difficult and uncomfortable as possible. They hide the cancel button. They make you call a phone number instead of clicking online. They offer you 3 different discount options before showing you the actual cancel button. They ask you multiple times if you are sure you want to cancel. Every single one of these steps is designed to increase the chance that you give up and keep paying. And most people do give up. Most people decide the hassle is not worth it and keep paying for something they do not even want anymore. Now, let me talk about the categories of subscriptions that are draining your account right now that you have probably completely forgotten about. Because most people think about the obvious ones: Netflix, Spotify, Amazon Prime. They remember those. But those are not the ones that are quietly bleeding your account. The ones bleeding your account are in 5 specific categories that almost nobody thinks to check. Category 1 is software and apps. Think about every app you have ever downloaded that had a free trial, every productivity tool you signed up for during a motivated weekend, every photo editing app, every VPN service, every cloud storage upgrade, every password manager, every meditation app you use for 2 weeks and forgot about. The average person has between 3 and 5 forgotten app subscriptions running right now, at an average of $8 to $15 per month each. That is between $24 and $75 per month, disappearing from your account for apps sitting completely unused on your phone or laptop. Category 2 is box subscriptions, meal kits, beauty boxes, book clubs, wine clubs, clothing subscriptions. These services are specifically designed to be easy to start and incredibly difficult to stop. They send you a physical product every month, which creates a psychological sense of value even when you are not using or enjoying what arrives. Many people continue paying for box subscriptions for 6 to 12 months after they stopped wanting them, simply because canceling feels like too much effort. Category 3 is gym and fitness memberships. The fitness industry is built entirely on the subscription trap. Gyms make the majority of their profit from members who pay but never show up. Studies show that if every gym member actually used their membership simultaneously, every gym in America would be dangerously overcrowded. The business model depends on your guilt keeping you subscribed even when your habits do not match your intentions. Category 4 is news and media. How many news websites are you subscribed to? The New York Times, the Washington Post, the Wall Street Journal, The Athletic, Bloomberg. Most people subscribe during a promotional offer of $1 per month and forgot that the price jumped to $15 or $20 per month 6 months later. Category 5 is the most dangerous category of all. These are services you subscribe to on behalf of someone else, a family member, a friend, an old relationship. Services you set up for a situation that no longer exists, but that are still charging your card every single month because you never thought to cancel them. Now, I want to give you the exact system to find every single hidden subscription draining your account right now. Not a vague suggestion, not a motivational push. The exact step-by-step process that will take you less than 1 hour and will likely save you hundreds of dollars every single month. Step 1 is the bank statement audit. Go to your bank account right now and download your last 3 months of statements. Not just 1 month, 3 months, because some subscriptions bill quarterly, some bill every 2 months, some bill on irregular cycles specifically designed to avoid your monthly review pattern. Go through every single line item, highlight every recurring charge, every charge that appears more than once, every charge from a company name you do not immediately recognize. Do not skip anything. Do not assume you know what something is. If you do not recognize a charge, immediately put a question mark beside it and investigate it. Step 2 is the email audit. Go to your email inbox and search for these exact words one at a time: receipt, invoice, subscription, payment confirmation, membership, renewal, your trial, annual plan. These searches will surface every subscription confirmation email you have ever received. Many of them will be for services you completely forgot you signed up for. Some of them will show you the exact moment a free trial converted to a paid subscription that you never noticed. Step 3 is the App Store audit. Go to your Apple ID settings or your Google Play account and look at your subscriptions section. Every app subscription that bills through your phone will appear here. This list will surprise most people. The average person finds between 2 and 4 forgotten subscriptions here that they had no idea were still running. Step 4 is the credit card audit. If you use multiple credit cards, do the bank statement audit on every single card. Subscription companies know that charges spread across multiple cards are much harder to track. Many people put their subscriptions on different cards over time and then forget which card is being charged for which service. Step 5 is the PayPal and digital wallet audit. Go into your PayPal account, your Apple Pay, your Google Pay, and check active billing agreements. Many subscriptions bill through these services rather than directly through your bank, making them completely invisible in your regular bank statement review. Now that you have found every hidden subscription, the next question is, what do you do with them? And I want to give you a framework that is more nuanced than just cancel everything, because some subscriptions genuinely add value to your life, and canceling them would actually make your life worse. The goal is not minimalism for its own sake. The goal is intentionality. Every subscription you keep should be a conscious, deliberate choice, not a forgotten default. So, here is the framework I want you to apply to every single subscription you found. Ask yourself 3 questions. Question 1, did I use this in the last 30 days? Not did I intend to use it. Not am I planning to use it. Did I actually use it in the last 30 days? If the answer is no, that subscription is an immediate cancel candidate. There is no negotiation. If you did not use something in 30 days, you are not paying for a service. You are paying for the idea of a service. You are paying for a future version of yourself that you are not currently being. Question 2. If this subscription disappeared tomorrow, would I immediately repurchase it? This is the replacement test. If a service vanished from your life right now, would you genuinely miss it enough to go through the process of finding it and signing up again? If the answer is anything less than an immediate yes, that subscription does not belong in your life. Most people discover that the majority of their forgotten subscriptions fail this test completely. They would not even notice if they disappeared. Question 3. Am I keeping this out of guilt or out of genuine value? This is the most important question. Many people keep subscriptions they never use because canceling feels like admitting defeat. Canceling the gym membership feels like admitting you are not the person who goes to the gym. Canceling the language learning app feels like giving up on becoming fluent. Canceling the meditation app feels like abandoning your mental health practice. But here is the truth. Keeping a subscription you never use does not make you the person who uses it. It just makes you the person who pays for it. And paying for something you never use is not an investment in your future self. It is a tax on your guilt. Cancel it. Become the person who uses it if and when you actually start using it. Then resubscribe at that point. Now let me talk about the negotiation strategy that most people never think to use. Because canceling is not always your only option. And sometimes the best financial move is not cancellation, but renegotiation. Here is something the subscription industry does not advertise. Most major subscription services have retention teams. These are people whose entire job is to prevent you from canceling. And they have tools available to them that are never advertised on the website. Discounts, free months, price locks, upgraded plans at reduced rates. All of these things exist, and none of them are offered to loyal customers who keep paying full price without complaining. They are only offered to customers who are about to leave. This means that the customer who has been loyally paying full price for 3 years gets nothing. But the customer who calls to cancel gets offered 40% off for the next 6 months. This is one of the most backwards and infuriating aspects of the subscription economy. Loyalty is punished. Threatening to leave is rewarded. But now that you know this, you can use it. Here is exactly how to do it. Call the customer service number for any subscription you are considering canceling. Tell them you want to cancel your subscription. Do not say you are thinking about canceling. Do not say you might cancel. say you want to cancel. The moment you say those words, you will be transferred to the retention team. Then simply tell them you can no longer justify the cost at the current price. Do not over-explain. Do not apologize. Just state clearly that the price is no longer working for you. At this point, the retention agent will almost always offer you something: a discount, a free month, a reduced rate. If the first offer is not good enough, simply say thank you, but that is not quite enough to change my decision. Most agents have multiple offers available and will escalate to a better one if the first is refused. If the final offer is still not worth it, then cancel completely. But in many cases, you will end up keeping a service you genuinely use at a dramatically reduced price simply by making one phone call that takes less than 10 minutes. I have personally used this strategy to reduce subscription costs by over $100 per month across various services. The companies have the budget to offer these discounts. They simply choose not to offer them unless you ask. Now, let me show you what happens when you actually fix the subscription trap, because I want you to see the real numbers, not just the monthly savings, the full lifetime picture of what reclaiming this money actually means. Let us say you do the audit we talked about, and you find $150 per month in subscriptions you genuinely do not need or use. That is actually a conservative number. Most people who do a serious subscription audit find between $100 and $300 per month in waste. But let us use $150 to be conservative. $150 per month sounds like a decent saving. Nice, but not life-changing. But here is where it gets interesting. What if instead of letting that $150 disappear every month, you redirected it directly into a low-cost S&P 500 index fund automatically every single month? $150 per month invested at the historical average market return of 10% to 11% per year. After 10 years, you have $30,727. After 20 years, you have $114,189. After 30 years, you have $339,073. $339,000 from canceled subscriptions, from services you were not even using, from automatic charges you had completely forgotten about. That is not a small number. That is the difference between retiring with dignity and retiring with stress. That is the difference between having options in your 60s and being forced to keep working because you have no choice. And remember, we are only talking about $150 per month. If your audit reveals $200 per month in waste, which is very common, the 30-year number becomes $452,000. If it reveals $250 per month, the 30-year number becomes $565,000. Every single dollar you reclaim from the subscription trap and redirect into investments is worth dramatically more than it appears on the surface. Because you are not just saving $150 per month, you are converting $150 per month of waste into $339,000 of future wealth. That transformation is available to you right now. Not through earning more, not through a side hustle, not through any complicated financial strategy, simply by canceling services you forgot you were paying for and redirecting that money somewhere that actually builds your future. Now, let me talk about how to make sure you never fall into the subscription trap again, because finding and canceling your current hidden subscriptions is only half the battle. The other half is building a system that prevents new subscriptions from silently accumulating in the future, because the subscription economy is not going away. It is getting bigger, more aggressive, more sophisticated. Every software company in the world is converting from one-time purchases to recurring subscriptions. Every app, every tool, every service. The entire business world has discovered that subscription revenue is more predictable, more profitable, and more psychologically sticky than one-time sales, which means the pressure to accumulate subscriptions is only going to increase over time. So here's the system I want you to implement starting today. Rule 1 is the dedicated subscription card rule. Get a separate credit card or debit card and use it exclusively for subscriptions. Nothing else goes on this card. No grocery purchases, no gas, no restaurants, only recurring subscription charges. When you review this card every month, every single charge on it is a subscription. There is no noise, no confusion, no trying to remember what each charge is. Every line item is something you are paying for regularly. and you can evaluate each one clearly and deliberately. Rule 2 is the calendar reminder system. Every time you sign up for a new subscription, set a calendar reminder for 1 day before the free trial ends, and another reminder for 1 month before the annual renewal date. These reminders give you a deliberate decision point before money leaves your account. Instead of the subscription company deciding when to charge you, you are deciding whether to continue. This single habit eliminates the free trial trap and the annual renewal trap completely. 3 is the monthly subscription review. On the first day of every month, spend 15 minutes reviewing your dedicated subscription card. Ask the 3 questions we talked about earlier. Did I use this in the last 30 days? Would I immediately repurchase it if it disappeared? Am I keeping it out of guilt or genuine value? Any subscription that fails these questions gets canceled before the next billing cycle. 15 minutes per month is all it takes to keep your subscriptions intentional and your money flowing toward things that actually matter to you. Rule 4 is the 1-in-1 out rule. Every time you sign up for a new subscription, you must cancel an existing one first. This keeps your total subscription count stable and forces you to consciously evaluate whether the new service is worth replacing something you are already paying for. It also makes you think carefully before signing up for anything new, because you know you will have to make a deliberate trade-off to do it. Let me bring you back to that bank statement we started with. The one I asked you to open at the very beginning of this video. The one with the charge you did not recognize. The service you forgot you were paying for. The automatic withdrawal that has been leaving your account every single month without asking your permission. I want you to think about how long that charge has been there. 3 months, 6 months, a year, maybe longer. And I want you to multiply that monthly amount by however many months it has been sitting there unnoticed. That number represents money that is already gone. Money you worked for, money you earned through your time and your energy and your effort. Gone to a service you were not even using. And here's the most important thing I want you to take from this video. That was not your fault. You did not fail. You did not make a bad decision. You were targeted by a system specifically designed by some of the smartest and most well-funded companies in the world to extract money from you automatically while staying completely invisible. You were playing a game without knowing the rules, but now you know the rules, and knowing the rules changes everything. Here is what I need you to do in the next 24 hours, not next week, not when you get around to it. The next 24 hours. Open your bank statements for the last 3 months. Go through every single recurring charge. Search your email for receipt, invoice, subscription, renewal. Check your App Store subscriptions. Check every credit card. Check your PayPal and digital wallets. Write down every subscription you find. Apply the 3 questions to each one. Cancel everything that fails. Call the retention line for the ones you want to keep at a lower price. Set up your dedicated subscription card going forward. Set calendar reminders for every future trial and annual renewal. And then take whatever you save every single month and automate it directly into an index fund before you ever have a chance to spend it on something else, because that money does not belong to Netflix. It does not belong to a gym you never visit. It does not belong to a box of things you did not ask for arriving at your door every month. That money belongs to your future. It belongs to the version of you that retires with dignity instead of stress. That has options instead of obligations. That built real wealth not through a higher salary or a lucky investment, but through the simple, powerful decision to stop funding a system that was never designed with your interest in mind. The subscription trap worked on you because you did not know it existed. Now you do, and you will never look at a recurring charge the same way again. If this video opened your eyes, share it with someone who needs to see it. Subscribe because there is so much more the financial system does not want you to know, and I will see you in the next one.